Start streaming, and let's see if it does this thing. Do, 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 do. Let's see if we are live. Live stream offline. There it goes. Okay, so it looks like I am live. Cool. Hey guys, good morning. I am starting this live video. We are doing a live video Friday night as the Mummy and the Monkey. I know it's really early right now. This is February 28th on a Wednesday. It is early Wednesday morning. I am just seeing if this is working right. It looks like it's live. No one's watching because it's really freaking early. This isn't a planned thing. Sometimes I'll just randomly go live, but I wanted to go over what sold. So I'll introduce myself. I am Janet J, also known as Janet Decay from the Mummy and the Monkey channel. We have a horror hosted show. We're from Cleveland, Ohio, and the show is called The Mummy and the Monkey. So I am Janet Decay, the mummy, when I'm dressed up in character. Looks like I don't have any watchers right now, but that's okay. Hopefully this can be watched later and everything will be wavy gravy. So I wanted to go over what sold, so I'll give it just a minute to see if anyone will pop into the chat and just to make sure everything's running kind of smooth. I keep looking down at the computer screen. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning right now. It is early, so I've got my coffee, finishing that up. I think I'm on my third cup of coffee. Can you tell? And I've got this fun Dracula coffee cup. Woo! I love fun and weird coffee cups. I've got this giant coffee cup collection downstairs. But good morning. Good morning. So this is my what sold video for the end of February. February started out really slow on eBay, where I was just selling a few things here and there, and then last weekend it like picked up, and I had some really cool things I wanted to show off. It's like a little show and tell video. Um, Sound is good. Oh, thank you, got it? Cool. Okay. Let me take a sip of this coffee, and I will show you guys what's sold. Cheers. Gotta have my coffee. All right, so I'm gonna switch screens now, and I can go over what's sold for you guys. There we go. So this is a small item, but the small stuff does add up. So I had these Sony Betamax blank tapes. They were still sealed. I had actually 4 of them, and I put them in 2 lots of 2. So I had them at $6.99 for each set. I had one customer buy both sets. So, you know, like 13 bucks isn't bad. And I think I maybe paid a quarter for these things at a yard sale or flea market last summer. Some things take me a while to list. This item here, Midge doll, 1960s, and it came with some Barbie dresses. Now Midge, they don't make Midge dolls anymore, but Midge was like Barbie's nerdy, kind of dorky looking friend. She's got the freckles. Um, she still has the real thin model kind of Barbie body, but her face is a little different, the hair's a little different. But this was from the 1960s. It came with this really cute like Halloween outfit, and then she also had a wedding dress and these other little 1960s dresses. They were a little beat up. Her hair was beat up, so I had her priced low. I sold the lot for $26.99. I think I had maybe a couple bucks in on this doll, so I really don't remember. Last summer I picked up a lot of vintage dolls from yard sales, and I love these old retro Barbie dolls. I just think they're really cool and weird. This next item, I don't claim to be a clothes seller, but I do list clothes. I pretty much list whatever I could find, and I'm sure you guys do too if you're into reselling. I picked these up at another thrift shop for maybe $2.50 with a half off coupon, and they're men's True Religion. It's called the Gino corduroy. They're like a blue corduroy pant, and They have like this distressed kind of, what do they call that? Like the sandblasted marks on them. They were like really nice. They looked like new. And those sold for $49.99. There's some people that will list some of these True Religion pants for like 80, 90 bucks. I just wanted it to sell. And considering I only paid a couple bucks for it, I was really happy that that sold for $49.99. And then 670 shipping. It went in a flat rate envelope. So most of the pants, as long as they fit, can go in a medium flat rate. This next item, and I'll check the chat in a little bit. I'm just going over some stuff. Actually, maybe I should check it now to make sure everything's okay. Anyone else is chatting? No, not really. All right, we're good then. Where was I? Right here. Okay. When I need to switch. Am I still on the computer screen? I am. Cool. All right. So this one, I found it at a Savers, and I normally don't have good luck with Savers stores. Normally their prices are a little too high for me, and I don't find a lot of good stuff there, but this one was good. I actually bought two of these a few months ago. One sold around Christmas time for 50 bucks. This one sold last week for $44.99. And it's a Little Mermaid poster from like 1990 or 1989, whenever the movie came out. And it's the band artwork. So if you look at the castle up close, it looks a little phallic. So there's a reason why that poster was banned. Whoever designed that, I think, was a disgruntled Disney employee, and they put that in there. But yeah, this was never opened. It was still in the cardboard. Just a nice Little Mermaid Disney poster. And I remember I was a kid when that movie came out, and I loved Little Mermaid. It's really cute. I miss those old Disney cartoons, like the hand-drawn stuff. Um, okay, this next item, vintage gumball machine ring, red gem. It's not a real gem. It's plastic, and this might be brass or some type of cheaper kind of metal, but it was a beat up old quarter machine ring from maybe the 60s or 70s. And I bought it with a bunch of other stuff. It was in a jewelry box of stuff, and that sold for $10.99. So I don't think I had any money in it really, because I made my money back on a lot of things I already bought before. So it was like mixed in with some other stuff. But it's cute, and some people do collect the quarter machine or the gumball rings. I call them quarter machine rings because when I was a kid, they were a quarter. Next item is Kit Kat Club. It's a watch, a little wrist watch, blah blah blah. So you know the Kit Kat clocks with the eyes that move and the tail that moves. This is a Kit Kat watch, and it has the little face on it. It's really freaking cute. I picked this up for $1 at a flea market. It was mixed in with some junk jewelry. And I went to Dollar Tree and bought a new watch battery and put the battery in myself. Now the band is a little beat up. It needs a new watch band. Sorry, my cat's meowing in the background. There's the back of the watch. But this sold for $9.99. So between the battery and the watch, I paid $2, turned 2 into 10. A small item, but easy to ship, easy to deal with. Next item here is Gap khakis. Gap Skinny Mini Camo Pastel size 0. They're little khaki camo pants. Not my style. I'm not into the camo stuff, but some people are. And these had a tag. Oh, where'd it go? In this picture, you could see it still has the tag on it. It was never worn. Just like a little skinny pant. So size itty bitty, size 0, and those sold for $12.99. I bought this from someone who had a shop that was closing down, and they were wanting to give stuff away. And instead of giving things away to me, I offered her some money for it. So that was a nice little flip there. And I'm going to go see if there's anyone in the chat real quick. Good morning, Dino. I know, really, really early. I am practicing for our show Friday night. So yeah, hopefully it goes well. We are going to go live Friday night at 10 o'clock. And if you guys haven't watched his videos yet, check out the Late Late Horror Show. Like, share, and subscribe. Dino and Ted have some pretty cool videos on there. He's also part of a lot of paranormal stuff. Really cool paranormal radio shows. They also have a podcast, and they have a podcast channel called Horror Town that our podcast is on. And our podcast is also called Living the Scream, the behind the scenes of the Mummy and the Monkey show. Sure, you're welcome, Dino. So yeah, looking forward to working on more stuff, and those are good guys to be friends with. Yeah, Friday's gonna be fun. All right, where was I at here? Okay, showed off the gumball ring. Okay, here's another item that's sold. This is cool. So we had some old DVD players and VCRs in the basement, and I went through one day. James and I were testing out the DVD VCRs. We were testing everything out to make sure it all works. So this one sold for $99.99. I think we paid $5 for this thing. But most of the time we pay $5 and sometimes it's missing the remote, or it doesn't have the instructions, or maybe the VCR part works but the DVD part doesn't. Just checking this. Okay, it's on my computer screen. So yeah, I was happy that this sold, and we have a box of blank tapes. So when I sell like a DVD VCR combo or just a VCR by itself, I throw in a tape with it. I got that idea from Craigslist Hunter on YouTube. So that was a really nice tip. I think I also included batteries for the remote, but it was pretty much like ready to go. It was clean, it was in good shape. So that was a nice little flip, 99 bucks. So this one I got from, I forgot where I got this from, but I think I maybe paid a quarter for it. And I've had good luck with some of the vintage old Bible books before. But this is a 1950 St. Joseph Sunday Missal, and it has like all the mass info, different prayers you would say for, um, Sunday and Saturday. It has all these different, religious things in it, and it has really nice, you know, illustrations in there, really nice print. The book was in really good condition, so it was a really good book. And for people that collect that, I think they'll be happy with it. So that sold for $14.99. And yeah, I've sold some vintage Bibles before, and I've had good luck with those. And I, you know, am grateful for that. Next item up. Now this one's cool. Now this, I did a video last week about going to an estate sale, and this was an estate find, and I wasn't expecting to get $249.99 for it. Um, this is a 1950s RCA Victor Strato shortwave radio. Most of the ones, well, actually all of the ones you see on eBay, the model number ends in 671. This one ended in 672, and if you look up close, it has alligator print. The other ones I saw listed were just plain brown leather, no print on it. This also had the original instruction manuals. It was in really good condition. It did power on. However, I couldn't get any stations to come in. I tried the AM, I tried the short wave, I was playing around with the antenna, but it's in good enough condition, and the tubes look like they're in good condition where someone can get this working. It's probably, very little maintenance. The cool thing is, like, look at the back of this. It has, oh, come on. There it goes. It also came with an extended AM antenna. And then the inside looked relatively clean. I did dust it out a little bit, but I was afraid of, I didn't want to damage anything, so I didn't do too much with the cleaning. I just took like a vacuum hose and just took some of the cobwebs out. But yeah, that went for $249. I paid $40 for it. and I was only expecting maybe 80 to 100 bucks, and I was really happy that it sold for that much. It also came with these 1953 weather broadcast books and different um, like newsletters, and that was really cool. So I think that really helped sell it. And this is like the top of it opens up and it shows a little globe so you can see where the radio stations are from for the global stations. So yeah, very cool find. I'm gonna check the chat. Are you trying to screen share? It's not showing up. Oh, is it showing up now? It's set to computer screen. I hope it's showing up. I hope so. Can you guys see this? I only have one watcher anyway, so hopefully it'll show up later. After I did all that talking about this radio, hopefully it shows up on camera. So there it is, the RCA Victor shortwave radio that sold for $249.99. Did it do it? Oh, there it goes. I'm sorry, guys. Jeez. I have to remember to switch it on here. I am not the best with this. Nope. Can you see it now? Can you see it now? Oh, geez. Okay. I forgot to click over. I'm really dumb sometimes. I'm sorry. So let me show this again. This is the 1950s shortwave radio. It's made by RCA. So that's what it looks like. It has the instruction manuals. I hope the other things showed up. I had some other things too. So let me go back and show those. I'm sorry, guys. I guess I need more coffee. But this is the radio that I found. Really cool vintage radio. Here is the St. Joseph Missal. It's a 1950s, Bible religious book. It has different prayers and things for Sunday services, and it has really cool like illustrations in there. Really nice print. Just a nice, good old book. These are the True Religion jeans. I hope all this stuff showed up. I really do. This is why I was testing this out this morning to make sure I'm ready for Friday, because I need to remember to switch the screen over on OBS. I'm going to go back to the chat real quick to see if people are saying stuff. Yes, they did not. Coffee sounds good. There's the Betamax tapes. There's the Midge doll. Hopefully all this stuff showed up that I showed earlier. Some of the tabs I deleted already. Whoops. So yeah, this is a vintage Midge doll. Hopefully that showed up earlier. So that sold for $26.99. Came with some outfits. It was a little beat up. Midge is Barbie's nerdy kind of friend. They don't really make Midge dolls anymore. But if you look, she had freckles and kind of goofy hair. So, okay, show the radio. Let me check the chat again. Okay, cool. Thanks, guys, for watching. And it's still on my computer screen. Okay, so here's another item that sold. I might have had 50 cents in this thing. I think I bought this with some other clothes off of someone. And this is Char Mode by Sears. It's a vintage bullet bra, 36B. And in the listing, I put pinup, drag, burlesque, because there's pinup models, there's drag queens, there's burlesque dancers that look for this type of lingerie. This is probably 1960s. It's just a cute little lacy bra. Not for me, so I put it online. And it was in really good condition. Smalls, more of the smalls, it sold for $6.99. But all that little stuff can add up, and then it gets it out. It's getting a new home. So not everything is a $200 radio. I have a lot of small stuff too, I list. The next item here. Now this is really cool. This was a trade. We traded something in the store for this. I had someone walk in and they wanted to trade it. It's a 1930s, 1940s-ish era. I don't know the exact year. LC Smith Corona portable radio, or not portable radio, portable typewriter. So this is what it looks like. And normally when I find these old typewriters, these keys stick, or it's really filthy, or the ink is dry. Well, this one was perfect. This one, and oh, and it has the key. It came with the key to this case. It was perfect. I mean, it typed. I don't know if you could see. Well, the ink was a little dry, but I was able to get it to type. The keys felt smooth like butter. This was just beautiful and just a really nice typewriter. And this sold for $109.99. I had another typewriter I sold in my shop yesterday for just 25 bucks because all of this inside needed cleaned. It was all gunked up. The keys were sticking. So I priced it low to get it out because I knew I just couldn't put the time into cleaning it, but someone else wanted to. And there's a lot of YouTube videos on how to clean and restore these old typewriters. There's a YouTube video for just about everything. So this was a nice find, and it went to Tennessee. I shipped it through FedEx. So for the bigger stuff, I like to use FedEx. Getting kids off to school. Have a great day. Thanks, Tino. You too. Okay, where did I leave off now? Okay, so you guys saw the typewriter, I hope. Yeah, it's still on my screen there. The next item that I sold is Dr. Martin's Quran, unisex brown lace-up shoes, loafers, size 12 men's, size women's 14. So these are kind of big, but they were a little beat up. I think I paid maybe $2 for these, and they sold for $19.99. Well, when I find like Doc Martens boots, they do a lot better. There was a pair of Doc Martens ladies boots that I sold for like $100 like a month ago, and those were really nice. But you know, hey, 20 bucks, that's fine. And they go in a medium flat rate box, so they're easy to deal with. Um, but just brown lace up flat shoes. Doc Martens are really my favorite. Like, you know, when the weather's cold and rainy, they're my favorite boots to wear. And they last a really long time. Like, you pay up a little bit for some of these shoes, but they last a long time. So those were nice. Nice little flip there. And next item is Amazon Kindle. This I had to charge up, test out, worked fine, had some books already loaded on it. I'm waiting for payment though. If they don't pay, I'll just report it as non-payment and then relist it. But it sold for $26.99. I think I paid $4 for this at the flea market. It was one that James found. And it's something that I overlooked, but he found it and thought it would be good to sell. We found it like last summer, and I just listed it last week, and it sold within a few days. So, came with the USB cord. It has the original box. It's a nice little reader. I prefer real books myself, but some people really love their Kindles. And I'm going to check the chat real quick. Okay, we're good there. I guess it's been quiet because it's so early in the morning. All right, this next item, this is a thrift store find. I think I paid between $5 and $7 for this. I originally had it priced, I think, for like 50 or 60, and I lowered the price a little bit because I didn't want to be just sitting on this. Michael Kors wrap chain print dress. It's a stretchy wrap dress. It's a size extra large. It's really cute. It's like a navy blue with a gold chain design, like a print design. Has a V-neck, stretchy, kind of forgiving. Something you could wear to work, or something if you want to, you know, go out on a date. But just a little dress, and it was new with tags. Let me see if I can find a picture of the tag. Here it is. Now the tag was ripped in half, so maybe it was a gift for someone and they didn't like it and they just, you know, gave it away. maybe it was a closeout thing. It says fall 2013, so it's like new old stock. It must have been sitting around a while. But it was in really good condition, and that sold for $39.99. Michael Kors seems to be still popular. But most of the time when I find Michael Kors stuff at thrift stores, it's either like a bootleg or it's so worn and beat up that it's not worth buying or listing. So there it is. And that just went in like a little like mailer type of envelope thing. Next item that I sold, I just have like a few more and then I'm going to wrap this up. And then whoever watches it later, let me know what you think. Hopefully the video worked out. Hopefully I didn't screw it up too much. But this is a Reebok 1475 Princess Aerobics. Princess Aerobics. White sneaker, size 8. This was an estate find. They had shoes for only $2 each. This sold for, it says $34.99 on here, but I took a best offer of $24.99. And I just shipped it in the box it came in. I just taped it up really good and wrapped it up, so it just was sent in that box. They're just nice little Reebok shoes. They were never worn, but you could tell they were sitting around for a while, like in someone's closet. So there's that. I'll check the chat a minute. 3 people watching. Thanks, 3 people watching. I appreciate you. Good morning. So this is really great. And I should have used this as a clickbait title, that I sold a vintage vibrator. Yes, a vintage vibrator. I should say electric massager. It's a body massager. And hopefully you could see this in the video. It's made by Wall, the same company that makes like electric shavers. And at first I thought it was an electric shaver, but then I read the box and I'm like, wait a minute. So that was a flea market find from summertime. I had it in the shop for a while. People would look at it and laugh, but no one would buy it. So I thought, well, I'll just put it online. And it's sold for $19.99. But you know, buyer beware. Um, it's a plug-in one. It doesn't take batteries. It looks kind of scary and brutal. I don't know who owned this and the history of it, but you know, hey, if you want that, that's cool. It sold for $19.99. I think I paid $1 or 2 for it. Next item, and I'm just checking the chat again. Looks like chat's quiet. Maybe people are getting their coffee. This sold just yesterday. It's made by Platt, P-L-A-T-T. It's a hard briefcase, and it has the key. It's a little beat up on top, a few little scuffs and things, but you know, it's a nice retro briefcase. And if you look, it has these leather pockets, and the key is in a little envelope that was labeled key. And it came with paper clips. I just left the paper clips on there. It's a freebie with the case. And there's the tag. So if you see that, some of those people like to buy online. Retro briefcase, you could probably put your tablet or laptop in it too. And that went for $29.99. I think I paid a couple bucks for this thing. So that was cool. And I am shipping that out today. Another item that just sold overnight, and this is a small, nothing real crazy. It's a vintage, or not vintage, it's a witch's book. Book of Shadows. Create your own Book of Shadows. So it's like a witchy pagan thing. Not my cup of tea, not really my thing, but hopefully the person that bought it will like this book. And that sold for $8.99. And yeah, so that's pretty cool. I ship it medium mail. And okay, I think that's all that I wanted to show off today. I have 4 people watching. Let's switch it back to the screen. Was that on webcam or computer screen? Crap. Shit. I'm sorry, guys. If I messed that video up, I apologize. For some reason, it's like I'm either forgetting to click it over or it's doing this weird thing where it's moving over on its own. So hopefully you could see me now, or you were able to see the items. I'll have to look at this later, and if I don't like how the video turned out, I might just go in and delete it. So I apologize. But thank you for the 3 or 4 people that were watching, and we're going to do a live video Friday, whether we are ready or not. We need to get the hang of this, and we need to just do it. So you will see the Mummy and the Monkey live, hopefully, this Friday night at 10 p.m. We're going to talk movies. We're going to talk conventions. We're going to do a Q&A. We are also going to read fan mail live. So if you go on TheMummyAndTheMonkey.com, we have a P.O. box address. You could send fan mail to that, postcards, drawings, poetry, all that stuff. Why is it this? Okay, sorry. Hopefully that. I want this to work right. Maybe I just need to wake up. But yeah, we will be live again Friday. We're going to give this a try again. And we should get the hang of it, hopefully. So thanks, guys. I guess that's it for now. I am going to have some more coffee, and then I have to go run my errands. Could see the items all good, says Kim. Thank you, Kim. Cool. Yay! I'm glad that worked out. So yeah, check us out Friday night at 10 o'clock. If you can't catch us live Friday night, you could always watch it later. And like, share, subscribe. I appreciate you. Cheers. Mwah! Bye, guys.